Tell the truth. You don't really expect people to notice you anymore, do you? You just show up and you're just really hoping you do. We've all heard it said before, hope is not a business strategy. Yet, how often do we find ourselves operating on exactly that business strategy? Let me tell you a story. I'm the youngest of three boys, and I'm significantly younger than my brothers. They're 5.5 and 7 years older than me. Um, and they were real close in age, and they had that 5+ years of time together, bonding before I came around. I was kind of in some ways the interloper. Um, and that's not me complaining about it at all. I was born fiercely independent, and on top of that, really developed independence. But it also had a lot to do in my expectation that I was going to play alone, be alone, do things on my own. Um, I remember so well, and we got in so much trouble for it. My brothers thought it was cool whenever my parents left the house. They thought it was cool to go out and sit on the roof of the garage. So their bedroom window went out onto the garage, and they could sit on the peak of the roof out there and look at things. And because I was never allowed to do that, I don't really know what was really cool about it. And I think maybe once I was actually allowed to go out because more than likely, I'm sure if they told the story, it would go something like this. I told them that if they didn't let me come out on the roof with them, I would tell on them. Um, any of you that are younger siblings, you totally know how that goes. But for the most part, they shared a bedroom. I had one of my own in one of the main houses I'm thinking of. Um, I didn't really expect for them to pay attention to me, to want to play with me, to want to have me around. So, and again, like I said, I was fiercely independent anyway, but I just developed the skill of handling it myself, of showing up, of doing the things, of being and entertaining myself. Not because I expected they were going to want to be a part of it. In fact, I expected they weren't, but just to continue going through life. Now, these days, I think that still shows up in a lot of ways. I'm sure it probably does in your life too. Do you find it showing up, especially when you're intentionally trying to be visible? You show up, you do the things, you follow the process, but you're really not deeply inside expecting anybody to be there because you've been independent your whole life. Let me ask you this question, and I'd love to hear your responses too. When did you stop expecting people to actually notice what you were doing? Do you even remember, or does it go so far back that you can't remember? I'd love to hear your comments. Tell me, when did you stop expecting people to actually notice what you were doing? I hope you will talk to me about that. I hope you're happy, safe, warm, and loved. And then until we're together again next time, which will be tomorrow, I hope you have a great week.